Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. And today I want to talk about M5 series. I want to talk about what's good about her. I want to talk about what's not so good about her. And I also want to touch on the pass that they supposedly adjusted in the maintenance. Now, we actually have these little boxes here that give us a certain amount of rewards whenever we get a certain amount of point threshold here after 50 plus. Now, I personally, guys, don't really care for this because this is going to last another month from the time I'm recording this video. I personally would have rather them just put in a new pass instead of these rewards because honestly, this isn't that great. These are not that great rewards. Granted, you're paying the same amount of money for all these extra rewards for the next 26 days. So you're getting a lot more bang for your buck. And in that respect, it's a good thing. But I really wish they would have just put a different pass in here and just put better rewards in the system. And whenever you do go past 50 plus, that you would actually get better rewards than this. If people are willing to spend the money and support the game, I do think they should do a little bit better job of the rewards that they give you because you really are limited in the game by these presents, man. You're limited by these inhibitors big time in order to farm. And one of the advantages that you should have whenever you're buying these passes is that you really should get a lot more materials, more silver bucks. You should get more of these good combat records, level up your characters, and so on. And really just more gems, at least in my humble opinion, for the price of these passes. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think. So let's talk about M5 series. All right, we're going to go ahead and pull some gameplay, guys, against a 7,000 point Bison. Then I'll show you guys a run against a 7,000 point Cerebus as well with the exact same team. Now, the thing about series, guys, whenever you start leveling this character up and you start leveling up her manifestations, her M1, when deceased protection ends, the operator on the field obtains initial blessing, which is initially a shield around, your operative. And whenever you take her to M2, this is where it gets good for series. Any operator shooting through deceased protection, which is the shield that's in front of her, have a 30% chance to obtain aptitude of Bone Eater. And aptitude, my friends, is where you're going to do more damage to the opponent, right? You're going to be applying what's called Bone Eater aptitude damage, and it's going to be 9% of series attack, which is actually really, really good. The problem with this setup is that you have to be very, very close to the boss in order to apply it. So if I go ahead and pause it right now, guys, you'll notice there's a little icon right in the middle of two icons underneath the life bar of Joseph the Bison. And that icon is your aptitude effect. And watch the gameplay, right? Watch and notice how often that thing actually shows up. According to her manifestations, whenever you shoot through the shield, you have a 30% chance of getting this. Well, if you're using a character with a machine gun that's doing tons and tons of shots, you would think it would apply pretty much most of the time, but it doesn't, right? You have to be close to the boss in order to get the buff, which is kind of a bummer. Now, when she's at M3, this deceased protection can absorb additional damage equal to 50% of series max HP, which makes it a lot tankier. The shield, a lot tankier, right? And then whenever you take her at M4, that's when you'll actually increase the damage of the aptitude effect to 9% of series attack. So you're just going to be able to do more damage whenever that buff is applied. But again, the caveat is that you have to be close to the boss. And whenever she's at M5, then the deceased protection, the shield, has no time limit. It only ends when it absorbs too much damage or breaks. And that's another thing about her. My series right now, guys, is at level 74. She has the maximum amount of HP that I can give her on her logistics, the 20% max HP. She is at level 74. But the one thing that is hurting her in the run that you guys are watching her is that I only have 2 alignment indexes on her. There's still 2 more that I could put on her. And the thing about her alignment index is each time any operative uses a skill, it increases series max HP by a certain percentage, increasing an additional certain percentage. For each 100 alignment index stacks up to 30 stacks. So the more alignment indexes that you have, whenever you max out her neurotics, she's going to have a lot more HP, which means that the deceased protection or the shield is going to be much tankier. It will take much more to take that thing down. So that's the thing that's kind of hurting her in the run that I'm showing you right now, is that, it does protect her from any projectile attacks. However, it doesn't protect you from melee, which leads me back into the fact that you have to use her at close range in order to get that aptitude effect, right? And that's kind of the thing. And this is just from the testing I've done so far. Maybe I am incorrect. Maybe I need to do further testing, but it really looks like you need to be in close proximity to the boss in order for the aptitude effect to take effect, right? If I'm far away and I use that shield, I never did get the aptitude effect, at least from what I remember, right? And you guys can watch these runs and you can see whether or not I get it, right? Okay, and we're just gonna pretty much end old boy, take him out, and boom, shock a lock. Man, Chinzing really is insane. It's funny that people actually said don't pull for this character. So wacky, but anyways, I digress, right? As you guys can see, you know, still having Siris on the team was just fine. We got to 7,000 points. We did it in 3 minutes and 13 seconds, which is pretty good. Well, now we're facing no big dog here, 7,000 points Cerebus, and we're going after him. Now, he does all these projectile attacks from a distance, but guys, like this attack right here where he's shooting the machine guns, it breaks the shield very, very fast in my Siris' current state. It doesn't seem to hold up very, very long at all. Now, again, whenever I level up her alignment index, I level up her neuronics, it's going to be a lot better. Do keep that in mind. This is inconclusive testing as far as I'm concerned, because I don't have her neuronics maxed out, and the rewards, it's just so hard to get everything to max them out. And right there, guys, no aptitude effect. Right? We didn't get any aptitude effect. We need to be closer to the boss in order to get it. And, you know, I tried, and this is another thing, guys, you know, getting close to a boss like Cerebus isn't, I mean, you can do it, obviously, but it's very, very risky to get close to that boss, man. He does a lot of attacks that can really murder you, and that shield does not prevent damage from melee attacks. If he swings his arm at you, if he thrusts at you, you're gonna take a lot of damage, if not die. And so you have to be still very, very careful. You definitely can't play brain dead, even if you're using a maxed out Siris on your team. You still have to use a lot of skill. You still have to be very, very wary and aware of what is going on the screen as far as these attacks. And you'll notice I don't use her shield on those certain attacks that the boss throws at me, because, well, I'm not going to be close enough to get the aptitude effect. I'm trying to get close so I can apply the aptitude effect, but it's very, very risky, guys. It's very tough, right? And we're doing the best we can. And this is the other thing. It doesn't feel like you can really optimize her aptitude effect, gaining that extra damage, because you always have to be so close to the opponent. I mean, this is why I said the 4-star Acacia and is really, really good whenever you put the Navigator squad on her, because you can be far away, you can be close, and you can always apply those buffs. Whereas where it seems like with Siris, to get her aptitude effect from her Bone Eater, you have to be in close range. I mean, guys, you let me know if you see it, but I didn't see it at all. And I've tried this quite a few times. I never got the aptitude buff unless I was close. Whenever you drop Siris in as a support character, she needs to be close to the boss in order to apply it, and then you have to shoot through the shield to get the aptitude effect. Well, if you're facing against a high level boss, he's going to do quite a few attacks and he's going to break that shield pretty damn quick, right? So I do feel it's a little inconclusive as far as my testing with her, because I do need to get her neuronics fully leveled up. I do think she's going to be a lot better because she's going to have a lot more HP. That shield's going to be a lot tankier. And there again, guys, well, I mean, there he jumped towards it and it looked like the aptitude effect applied. It did apply just now a little bit there. I did see that, right? And if you do apply it, guys, and you do shoot through the shield, you will do more damage. You will, guys. I mean, I had a run, I didn't record it, but I had a run where I did this in like 2 minutes and 30 seconds. But boy, it is tough. And like right there, we shot a little bit, did a few shots. We didn't get the aptitude. I don't think we were close enough. And again, it's just a 30% chance to gain the aptitude effect. So maybe it's just, you know, the 30% chance, it just doesn't kick in as often as you would like it to. Or maybe you just have to be very, very close to the boss. It looks to me like you have to be close to the boss, because every time I got close to the boss and I did her buff, I was able to apply that aptitude effect and I was able to do a little bit more damage. At least that's what it seemed like. But I mean, we did this clear in 3 minutes and 26 seconds, which is still pretty damn awesome, right? That's pretty damn good. So I do think that, you know, she is pretty sweet at M5, but I don't think it's all roses and sunshine. I really wish that, you know, the 30% chance, I'm sorry, not this one here, the 30% chance to obtain aptitude effect of Bone Eater, I wish this was a higher chance. I also wish that it had more range whenever you use your support skill. If it had more range, this would be so OP, even if this just stayed 30%. I'm gonna do some further testing, guys. I'm still gonna try to get her neuronics leveled up. I mean, we only got 3 of these guys. Again, when we get these other 2 indexes leveled up, she's gonna have a lot more HP. That's gonna make her shield a lot tankier. It's not gonna go down as fast as what you guys saw in the gameplay. So I do believe that would make a big difference, but man, farming for these resources is pretty damn rough, guys, especially when you get near the end game and you get like at level 75. It gets pretty rough, man. So guys, let me know what you think about the pass and M5 series. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GD+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody. Take care.